guitar player. He's amazing. I love him too. But they interviewed her and they moved past her for the Beverly Hills branch. And all I could think was she would have scared the shit out of Kyle, because Perla is hardcore, fantastic. She scares men and she's fabulous. She's one of my favorite friends. She's gorgeous, redhead, Cuban, dark eyes, and she's so much fun, but she's also fierce and she holds no punches. So she would have been incredible on the show, but she probably would have made certain people on the show look a little too milquetoast.
Well, Carlton kind of scared Kyle. I don't think Kyle knew what to do with Carlton. She hated her.
And then they found out I was friends with Carlton because a friend of mine, Drayden, posted a picture of me and Carlton at the Abbey drinking champagne. And they were like, of course, Allison's friends with Carlton, like all sneer and angry about it. It's like, shut up. And Carlton scared Kyle because I had already been on the show with Kyle and Kyle knows what I do. So she didn't know that I knew Carlton at the time, but anybody who can see into a person scares the hell out of Kyle because she had so much to hide. I just hope as time passes, she'll sort of embrace the scars that she has and not care and just brush them off, but that's a lot to hope for, but fingers crossed.
Well, I don't know when is the last time you spoke to Carlton, but feel free to track her down because I would like her right here behind the velvet rope. She is one that has escaped my prowesses.
I'm sure that was on purpose. I think after Housewives, she wanted nothing to do with it. And she turned into vapor and just disappeared. So yeah.
She wants, I see her Instagram post. Yes, I think she wants absolutely positively nothing. There are very few that I don't think she wants to even utter the words.
Well, Perla and Slash are her son's godparents. So it was a very small town in Beverly Hills. And I didn't know Kyle, and I think that speaks volumes.
Look, I still think if one marriage is going to end, to me, it would be Kyle and Mauricio over Dorit and PK. I think Dorit and PK, despite the headlines, they just somehow, it wouldn't shock me. Nothing shocks. Do you know Meryl Streep is getting divorced after 45 years of being married? Yeah.
Wow. I'd say it's sad, but if she feels like it's necessary, I understand. It happens. I had one year where I read 4 couples who had been married over 40 years, and the women that I was reading wanted divorces. And I just thought, you've been together 40 years, like, why now? But
I don't understand it.
It's a generational thing, as I know from doing what I do. The boomer generation were taught to stay together no matter what they did. You were supposed to stay in that marriage. So a lot of them found their power later in life and just said, look, I don't have that much time left. I'm definitely not spending it with you. So that's when you see it unravel. So it happens. My mom's been married like 5 times. I don't even judge people that get divorced. It's like, whatever.
My whole family is like divorce. Everyone, I can't even don't even get me. Divorce is like prevalent in my family. Yes.
My mom married my dad twice. I was like, Dad, why'd you marry her a second time? He's like, your mom was hot. Have you seen pictures of her back then? I'm like, that is not what I wanted to hear.
That's not really a reason to get married. I mean, you could just have a fun.
My dad was a professional ballroom dancer. He was a Lothario. He loved women. He loved the blondes. He loved them all. So yeah. But with Kyle and with Dorit, the parallel that I can see is they're in the bubble of reality television right now, and they're going to care how it's going to affect their bottom line. Aside from that, I will say people can stay married as long as they want. No one can make them get a divorce. That's a personal choice on if you're going to work on the relationship or not work on the relationship. It's who's the most stubborn to hold on the longest. When a marriage has run its course and somebody stays in it because there's a financial payoff or a reason that they're like staying in that relationship, it's not who's loved more, Dorit or Kyle, by their husbands that you could measure it by. It has to do with who's not willing to give up. That's what it comes down to. So I know that you can see the cracks with Kyle. I know they don't want to separate out the money. I know that that's going to get messy.
Well, there's a lot of money.
When it comes to the money, because they made all that money together. And it's going to get that. I know that it's a no-fault divorce state in California, but they travel overseas a lot. There's going to be some bank account action going on. They're not stupid, although I do hope they've paid their taxes, because I did have a feeling that that could end up being an issue later for them.
Well, Dorit and PK haven't. He owes like $1 million, and she owes like, I think now she's got it down to like $90,000.
Well, hopefully Kyle and Mauricio pay attention to Dorit and PK and don't go down that same path. It's no fun, and I don't think it would end well for them. So
when you come back, well, now go on. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was just going to say, Dorit is a hard one because her heart actually believes that they're happy, and her heart actually does love their life together and loves him. The sus feeling I was getting had more to do with him. So
I get like a genuine, I don't know, I read Dorit genuine.
Yeah, I do too.
As crazy as that is with all the clothes.
When it comes to him, but not when she's in a situation with Kyle and they're in a car. And she's like, so what's going on with Mauricio? Is everything okay? She's not genuine in those moments, but when she looks at him, you can tell she has love in her eyes. So for whatever reason, she feels invested in that relationship and wants it to last. So, but they're in different places in life, because I think Dorit has slightly younger kids than Kyle. So yeah. I mean, we'll see how that plays out. But Dorit would be a lot of fun if they ended up not working. I mean, God bless her. I hope it works out. But if not, she'd be hanging from the rafters, having a good time dating. They need a spinoff that's just rich women dating. I want to watch that. I want to see them go out on dates and roll their eyes and have their microphone and sort of sidebar us and tell us what they're really feeling.
And I think Dorit could get like really hot guys too. Yeah,
I'm sure she'd go younger. She could have a good time. That's the thing about her husband. He could go younger too. That's the thing about money. Everything's an option. You can buy anything at the store, and sometimes that includes people on shelves that are there for what you can do for them. So it's an exchange of energy with them, and everybody knows what's up. That's how I see Kyle and Morgan. It's an exchange of energy. It's a quid pro quo for the two of them. They're both getting publicity. Morgan became relevant, and Kyle became a storyline for once. Because without her sister Kathy and without Mauricio, she's not going to have a storyline. They would have to create another one. Maybe that's where Morgan comes in.